So today we're going to learn how to create beautiful product videos by first creating the starting frame for the video we want through a text to image tool and then using our best image from that process to create a short product video. For example, we can create really simple product videos like this multi-material speaker here that doesn't contain a lot of movement outside of our camera movement, or we could get much more advanced and create something like this industrial style machinery and we could show it turning on. Now notice in this video, if you listen closely, you'll hear these environmental sound effects which are connected to the movement within the scene. Now this is super helpful and a huge time saver if you're creating a commercial for your hardware product and you don't want to have to source accurate sound effects for each movement within the scene. So in the examples that we'll work with today, these sound effects are going to be baked in. Okay. So with that all said, let's just jump in and learn how to do this. Okay, so as I mentioned, the first thing that we need to do is we need to create the best image that we can possibly create. Now, normally to kick this process off in Lightloop, which if you want to follow along, I've linked to below, what we'll do is we'll first log in and then we'll create a new project here by clicking on this text to image tab from our main dashboard. And now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the prompt optimization tool to help us create the best prompt possible for our product. Now, the reason this step is so important is because if you're creating marketing or presentation materials for your products, there are so many visual variables that need to be thought about. So for example, imagine working towards this image. Here, we're going to need to think about the texture or finish of the product materials, the angle, backdrop, lighting, depth of field, style, product position, camera distance, and the color grade. Now, if you don't include all of these visual variables in your AI image prompt, the AI image generator will just have to guess. So it's best to be clear about each of these variables in your prompt. And then once you create your prompt, you can really fine tune any part of the prompt that you want by just copying the prompt and then placing it over into this input field here. Now for this prompt, we already picked a base material, but let's imagine that this is a multi-material product that we're working towards here. So we can just zero in on the material section within the prompt and then manually adjust it to include any secondary materials as well. So from here, we'll just run it until we get a result that we like. Now, I think it's best to always think of AI image generators as sort of a sketchbook. What you'll do is you'll try something. If you don't like it, you just try again and again and again until you get something you like. It's a step-by-step process where sometimes you find yourself kind of throwing away more than you keep. So let's imagine that I get this image now and I like it. So here in this case, what I'll do is I'll save it. And then what we can do is we can click on this variations button so that all of our future variations for this product will be better organized into this main project's variation page here. Think of it kind of like this project's folder. Okay, so here what I'll do is I'll just keep using the prompt optimization tool until I get an image or a variation that I'm really happy with. Now, personally, I think this process is really important during the product ideation process. Essentially, what I'll do here is I'll generate a prompt using the prompt optimization tool. I'll see what that prompt creates. And then if I like it, I'll keep it. But if I don't, what I'll do is I'll just throw that prompt away and then generate a new prompt with the same product variables. And I'll just keep doing this until I get an image that matches my vision for the product. Okay, so now let's imagine that we have a product image that we're almost perfectly happy with. So from this point, we might just need to do a little bit of fine tuning. So for example, let's imagine that we wanted to change the material color, for example. We could simply use this image to image generator here, upload our best product image that we created through the text to image generation tool, and then give it the instructions just to change the product color. For example, if we did that, this would be the result that we would get. Or instead, we might want to change the background color. Again, taking the same approach, we could do that as well, and this would be the result we would get. Or lastly, perhaps we would want to add our brand name to the product. Again, we could do that as well by just giving the AI image generation tool the text that we want to add, as well as the position where we want the text located, and then the AI image to image generator would handle the rest. So once we've created the image and then we fine-tuned the image, the next step will now be to create the product video using this image as the first frame of the video. So here we'll click on image to video, and then we'll upload our image. Next, we'll include any camera movement instructions for either the camera movement or the product movement within the video itself. For example, if we wanted to dolly the camera slowly in towards the product, we could just write that in this input field right here. But in my case, let's imagine that I wanted to rotate my camera around the product. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write those instructions here instead. Now, once we do that, and then we generate the video, after waiting a couple of minutes, as you'll see here, what we get is this beautiful product video that we can now use in any type of marketing material. Okay, so far we've been working with a pretty simple product, but the same steps apply for more complex products as well, like this industrial machine that you see right here. Now, in this case, when we generate the video, we would need to include instructions for both the camera movement and the product movement itself, because unlike the first product, this product can actually move. And in this case, let's imagine that I do that, and then the AI video generator takes this in a visual direction that I don't like. What we could do is we could just be sure to tell it what to exclude from the generated video. So for example, in my case, it started adding some colorful sci-fi elements that I don't really want. So on my second generation here, what I'll do is I'll include instructions to not include those visual flares. And then when I generate my next video, as you'll see, it's much more realistic. Also worth mentioning here is that the AI video generator will also create sound effects for you. Notice when I play this video, you hear the sound of the robot's metal legs clinking against the metal floor. Again, this is super helpful if you're planning on using these AI generated videos in your product marketing materials. These sound effects really add an extra layer of detail and professionalism to your final product. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If you found this helpful and you want to try these AI image and AI video generation tools out for yourself, be sure to check us out over at Lightloop. We have a huge suite of AI product development tools aimed at helping product designers create more beautiful products. Today, we just looked at image and video generators, but very quickly here, I just want to show you that we could have taken this generated image and created flattened 2D geometry that we could have then used as a sketching or tracing reference within our CAD software. As you can see, I can create either white on black or black on white flattened 2D sketches. Similarly, within Lightloop, you can create hand-drawn sketches, which can be used as marketing materials or in presentations as well. Notice we have these beautiful hand-drawn marker sketch examples, or these more vintage examples right here. And not only can you create 2D geometry from uploaded images, but you can also create 3D models from your uploaded images as well. So for example, I could upload this image here and then run it through this 3D model generator here, and then I could have Lightloop create a 3D model of this project. Again, I could use this output in marketing materials, or I could input this image into a tool like Blender and then export it as an STL or OBJ file type, and then use that in my CAD software of choice as 3D reference geometry for the product that I'm trying to create. As you can see, there's a lot to explore here. So if you're interested, please be sure to check us out over at Lightloop. A link can be found in the description below. So that's all I have for you. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thanks for stopping by today, and I hope to see you over in the next one.